More than 4,000 Canadians are waiting for some sort of organ or tissue donation. Last year alone, only 1,800 people were treated, leaving many patiently waiting. Here in Kitchener, Raymond Jonasson was one of those lucky few. Here is his story. In the summer of 1996, Raymond took on Ancaster's 5-kilometer Old Mill race. Things were looking up after finishing first in his last race, but things got ugly that day.
I come staggering across the line. I am totally exhausted. I am going side to side, and I'm just trying to avoid falling on my face on the concrete, on the asphalt. I'm going to cross that damn line, but by then I already knew I could count. I was in 7th. I wasn't making the prize.
After months of trying to feel better, Raymond decided he finally needed to go to a hospital. It was there at the Hamilton General where he was diagnosed with an incurable liver infection. Raymond helps us understand what that really means.
It's called primary sclerosing cholangitis. It is a disease of the bile ducts, the small tubes in your liver. And the easiest analogy is to consider it like a filter. My filter was getting clogged. That's why I had no energy.
All he could do now is wait. Raymond's mom didn't know what to think or what to do to help him.
I remember the shock of knowing that he may not have too many years to live. And the first thing I remember, I started to cry, and then I stopped. Crying is not going to help Raymond. But to think that something like that was ahead of him, it was mind-boggling and very upsetting. I tried not to show it to him because it wasn't going to help him any.
After being diagnosed, things just started to go downhill from there.
Everything that I had, the health, wealth, and happiness they tell you are the keys to life, were all gone. All I had left was a determination to stay alive. I'm going to stay alive. I have a goal, that is to see my daughter graduate from university. She isn't yet in high school, so we got a ways to go.
For 12 years, he sat waiting for some sort of news on the status of his liver.
In Canada, about 25% of people are registered as organ or tissue donors. About 90% of people agree with it, but do nothing about it. In Kitchener, about 78,000 people are registered over the age of 16. The decision to be an organ donor could save the lives of as many as 7 people and enhance 75 more.
Even after making the list, he still had to wait 3 years for a final result. It was one day before he was to be taken off the donor list. After a solid recovery, all he could think about was how amazing those who donate really are. Getting back into running was also something that he knew he wanted to pursue once again. Raymond has started to train his body to get back into race mode. Raymond's daughter Elizabeth tells us her thoughts on her father starting to race once again.
I think my dad, after so many years of living with this, needs to do what makes him happy. For him, running was a really big part of his life, and just being able to do it for any length of time is a miracle, frankly.
For the past year, Raymond has been working hard for the upcoming indoor championships this coming March, getting to the gym and track as much as possible. Raymond says that if he medals this March, the prize money will go to his donor family. For Spoke TV, I'm Bob Mooney.